Rafiki yangu, I cannot stay silent on what I just saw. Boycott African businesses. And I think they mean continental African businesses. What's going on? And this is by some Black Americans. Let's also say that because I have great relationship with Black Americans overall. And that's why I have to speak about this because, hey, I own an African business that aims to amplify Black travel in the US. Wow. A great man once said, emancipate yourself from mental
Emancipate you
slavery.
from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
And I think there's something that has been on going on in the US, but I do business in the US and I am an African who owns a travel startup, Terrific. So if you want to boycott, here I am. And that's for August 1st that they want to do this. I think it's primarily in the US, but they are on TikTok, so I have to speak on this. So first of all, if you've had bad experiences, I guess maybe hair salon, that's a specific, that's localized. Does that mean you've had bad experiences with every African businesses? I mean, what's going on here? Maybe someone should just educate me. What is this nonsense I'm hearing? This tension that is not necessary. And also, I want to reiterate that they are speaking for themselves. Not all Black Americans are like that. I just came back from Black Travel Expo, where I was with people from many places in the US, Black Americans, let's say. And I'm talking about born centuries there, not like family moved at some point. So and I felt nothing but love. So that's what you guys have to remember. I'm not gonna speak on this division. It's always been there somehow. When I moved to Canada in 1997, I went to university and I joined a club, and it was the first time that I saw this resentment towards us because people were saying that we sold them, and I was trying to explain that I'm from Rwanda, and as far as the history is concerned, slavery didn't quite arrive, with the slave trade didn't quite arrive there, so my ancestors should not. But even if it was in West Africa, let's say, there's a lot of complexity around slave trade and how it happened. So this resentment have been there for a while, and that's why I've made it my point to understand um, Black Americans or African Americans. I travel a lot to the United States, and I would encourage continental African, my brothers and sisters, to do the same as well. I think, from my point of view, it's that our communities, we don't make efforts to get to know each other, and we should. Another great man said, I have a dream.
I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream.
So, if you want to boycott Terrific or make a video about it, does it have to come to this? I mean, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Allow me to speak a bit with naivete. Um, we all go to businesses and restaurants, you name it, every day we may have a poor customer service. And if the business is owned by a certain group, should we now blame everyone in that group? Are we all guilty by association to that level? I would like to believe that the world is changing and that we are more aware, we are more educated. It's not like in the past where, due to the lack of information, which information has done amazing things, or due to access, we can easily talk to each other, right? Social media has made it easier for us to feel connected, not you know, most of the divide is because if you grow up in a household in a place where they only teach you one thing and one thing only, if it's maybe don't like this group, don't do this, don't do that. And remember, I'm from Rwanda, where my people, one day they decided to kill each other, unfortunately. Um, then that's an issue. But now we live in a world that we are interconnected, and I would like to believe that certain things we should be more aware, and we should not bring all this hate on TikTok or social media. Rather, we should ask ourselves the right questions, ask questions how we can solve that, um, rather than result on, okay, let's boycott African businesses. I don't think it's fair to blame every African businesses, and I have to speak on that because it concerns me, not just because I own a business that does um, work in the US, but I'm a member of that community. And in everything I'm saying, I don't want to uh, amplify the negativity around it. It's just a time to reflect. If you have the right to be angry, okay, whomever started this nonsense. But to this level, I think it's plain silly. It's plain silly. So for those of you who don't agree with this movement of boycotting African business, I would like to hear from you. Comment, share, like. And this also goes for our allies in all communities. Unfortunately, this time, le linge ne se lave pas en famille, as they say. The dirty laundry is not being washed in the family. It's out there. It's out there, and you have to speak about it.